Daddy. Check. What?
Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode, and please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, and thank you so much for doing that. So what's today's episode about? We are just going to be talking. I'm going to be sharing with you a piece of my mind on COVID-19, aka Corona. So we all know how COVID came and has spoiled a lot of plans. I mean, school was on hold for like 10 months. Yeah, I think it started in March to like January this year. So that's like 10. A lot has happened within this 10 months. And even though a lot has happened within these months, or let me just say the whole of 2020, it's an unbeatable fact that it has caused so much harm. And right now we are seeing that the cases are really rising and all that. Well, it's our fault. We all caused this. Was during the elections, during the Christmas celebrations, during the New Year celebrations also. We were just having fun, and it looks like most of us forgot that there was actually COVID. I don't think when COVID wasn't really, when the cases weren't that high, a lot of people wouldn't believe that it was actually there. Yeah, you'd hear people tell you that, do you know somebody who is dead? Who died out of COVID, something like that. A number of cases that other countries were reporting, especially in USA, the cases were mad, the number of deaths and all that. I mean, on a normal day, if there wasn't COVID, I was thinking about this. On a normal day, if there wasn't COVID and people were dying out of like the other causes of death, would we record, or would they record like those high figures? It was crazy. I think it actually contributed to why people came up with a lot of conspiracy theories about COVID. Now the cases are going so high that everyone is talking about lockdown and all that. Lockdown will mean that we'd have to go back home. Lockdown will mean that school will go back to being on hold. Well, lockdown will also mean that the number of cases may reduce. The number of cases reducing is more important. So if the president feels like there should be a lockdown, maybe he should just let us go home. It's fine. At least we'll be alive to continue the next year. I feel like things are not really going to get back to normal, like early parts of 2020 to 2019, 2018, like downwards. I feel like things are not going to get back to the way they were. The best thing that could happen is the virus, going away. I think we should really thank God that this virus is not affecting us like it's affecting, other people in other countries. Because I don't know if we would have been able to handle it as, Ghana, the country. So let's talk about the COVID break. Yes, I call it a COVID break because it was because of Corona we had to go home and we had a very long vacation. Hey, a lot happened within that break, seriously. And for some people it was good. Me? Yes, it was good for me. At the peak of it all is the networking. I got to meet a lot of people that have, influenced my life one way or the other. So during that break, school had to go on and all that, and we had a lot of universities doing online lectures and exams and all that. We had grades that some of us probably wouldn't have had if it was a certain exam. I don't know if you get me, because this has helped to boost our GPAs. So it's like our minds were not so engaged in school stuff, even though we had to still study, because when we come back, our books and stuff are still going to be waiting for us to come and read them. It wasn't so involving as compared to if we were in school. It means that we had space for other things to come in. So it's like a lot of other plans coming in. I feel like you want to execute some of them because you have the time to. So the break kind of gave us a lot of time to do other things. And for me, yes, it gave me some time to do other things. And I think I'm grateful for 2020. I am. No, I'm not grateful for Corona or COVID-19 2020, but I'm grateful for the break from school that I had in 2020. Yeah. Some of these things I started and I stopped, and some of them I'm still going on with them, and I just feel like they were all like learning opportunities for me. And I've also had a few friends talk about their experiences and exposure during the COVID break, and I feel like on a general, people were able to utilize that time profitably for themselves. Also, we've heard of a lot of companies and locally owned businesses coming up Been able to utilize social media so well during this COVID break. I mean, as compared to before COVID, because now a lot of us didn't even know about Zoom. A lot of us didn't know about Google Meet. I mean, they were all there, or we started using these platforms, and even till now, even though we can go to class, I mean, in our face mask and observing the other protocols, we still sometimes have online lectures when lecturers cannot come to class. You see, so this is something that has been added to us, and it's good. But personally, one thing that worried me the most was the fact that we were not in school, but time was still passing, because it means that we'll miss a whole year. And that means that we are not going to graduate when we were expecting to graduate. That's one thing that bothered me, because we are already saying 6 years is a long time. We are coming to add another year to us, right? So for us, this is how the COVID has affected our academic calendar. So we do trimester here. Other universities do semester. So we do trimester, like 3 trimes. So instead of like the normal, breaks or vacations in between, we just have really short breaks. So it's 2 weeks in between, 2 weeks in between first trim and second trim, 2 weeks in between second trim and third trim. I mean, we don't even have our August break anymore. But August was like the longest, I mean, the whole of August and some part of September. I think it started in July, some part of July, August, and some part of September. I mean, that was the longest, and we don't even have that this year. So that's how it has affected us. I think we were psyched for it. We kind of expected that when we come back, the workload is going to be, a lot. So I'm just here seriously hoping for strength to be able to go through this, school year, because all this workload can cause someone to be depressed too, to be honest. So I'd like to end this very short video on this note. I'd like to encourage all of us to continue observing the COVID safety protocols, and please wear face masks, wash your hands, observe social distance. Social distancing is to be very hard, because sometimes we forget. We are in crowded places and all of that, but we should just try. When we remember, we should do it. So you can leave a comment in the comment section, maybe something you just want to share that you want someone to see about COVID, so we can get interactive. Thank you so much again for watching, and bye.